Hi, I'm Chris, and today I'll be walking you through our new exclusive analytics platforms, Pulse. Pulse gives you the data you need to influence your educational delivery. From reviewing gateway data to understanding first-time pass rates and trends, we'll cover everything the platform has to offer and what you need to do to find it. So, let's get started. When you open Pulse through your center link, you'll be taken to the platform's homepage. Here, you'll see the dashboards available to you, depending on what you deliver through TQ UK, endpoint assessment, regulated qualifications, or functional skills. This is the functional skills homepage. For functional skills, we have the outcomes portal and the questions portal. On the outcomes portal, we can see outcomes, upcoming attempts, overdue attempts, voided attempts, and the learner dive. First, we have outcomes. Here we can see the exam, number of learners, the attempts, first-time pass rate, overall pass rate, as well as global first-time pass rates and global overall pass rates. In the table below, you can see the learner's name, exam start date, pass mark, attempt score, attempt grade, attempt number, attempt percentage, and the exam they took. You can filter all of this information using the filters on the left, where you can change the date, exam name, delivery method, reasonable adjustment, forced submission flag, and group batch name. Let's look at grade curves. This shows a graph of the attempt grades and scores. Per functional skills exam, you can see the pass rate, overdue attempts, and fails. Near passes can be used to understand learners that may have failed an attempt but were very close to passing and as such are likely in a good position for a resit. Retakes shows the exam, number of retakes, and an overall total. In the table, you have more details about the learner, exam start date, pass mark, attempt score, attempt grade, attempt number, attempt percentage, and exam name. Let's go back to the home page. Here we have upcoming attempts. You can use the filters on the left to change the exam provisional date, exam name, delivery method, reasonable adjustment, forced submission flag, and group batch name. The first table shows the exam and number of learners. The table below details the learner, the exam provisional date, the learner's email, and the exam name. Now we have overdue attempts. Similar to the previous page, the first table shows the exam and number of learners. The table below details the learner, the exam provisional date, the learner's email, and the exam name. You can use the filters on the left to change the exam provisional date, exam name, delivery method, reasonable adjustment, and group batch name. Next we have voided attempts. The first table shows the exam, number of learners, and attempts. The table below details the learner, the exam provisional date, pass mark, the learner's email, the exam name, and the reason for the exam being voided. You can use the filters on the left to change the exam provisional date, exam name, delivery method, reasonable adjustment, forced submission flag, and group batch name. Finally, we have the learner dive. The learner dive shows us all the information on specific learners and their functional skills activity. The first table shows exams they have sat, along with the number of attempts and overall pass rates. To the right, you have any exams which have been resulted and whether they are overdue or upcoming. It is independent from the table to the left. In the table below, you have the learner name, exam start date, pass mark, attempt score and grade, attempt number, attempt percentage, and the exam name. You can also see the first-time pass rate percentage for the selected learner. Let's go to the learner question performance. When you navigate to this page, it will be pre-filtered to match the selected learner from the previous Learner Dive page. For each learner, you can use the exam and attempt number filter to select a particular subject, such as Level 2 Maths, and if a learner has multiple attempts, you can select individual attempts as well. This will filter the table on the right-hand side. This table shows subject content areas and topics for the selected functional skills qualification. You can see how a learner has been scoring for each content area to help understand their strengths and weaknesses. Sometimes we also want to understand this on a higher level across multiple learners. To do this, we can navigate to the questions portal. Exam name is the key filter on this page, as you can only select one. The top table shows the content areas within the selected functional skills subject. It then shows the number of attempts at questions within the selected subject and how many of these question attempts are a 0 score or a max score. Additionally, an average percentage is provided to help understand performance on a larger scale across each content area. For further details, you can use the table below, which splits out into content area topics. For each topic, again you can see the number of attempts at questions linked to that topic, along with how many of those attempts were 0 scores or max scores, along with the average percentage. This should aid with the identification of performance across topics for your organisation and aid in curriculum planning. And that's everything for our Functional Skills Pulse Analytics dashboard. As you can see, we have tons of data to make sure your delivery is enhanced, giving your learners even more potential when it comes to achieving their qualifications. If you have any further questions, get in touch at support@tquk.org and we'll be there to help you. Thanks for watching and keep an eye out for more support videos. And thank you for choosing Training Qualifications UK.